we are live. It is Fired Up Friday. Sort of. It's more of a FAFO Friday. And it's also a post-op Friday. If you may notice, my gimmicks are a little gimmicked today.
Gimmicked up.
So, I don't know if I should unveil it to the... I don't know. I'm not ready yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
I think we should wait.
Okay. Not ready
The big
yet.
reveal. The big reveal.
So today, Wayne is off doing his retreat. So in deference and in fidelity to Wayne, we will do Fired Up Friday again next week. However, I got my man Cruz here, my lieutenant. What up?
How's it going?
So Cruz is like my adopted Hispanic photographer son. So you're what, 25?
Yes.
Yeah, so the perfect age. So you've been with me now for what? Almost?
I think this is year 3.
Year 3.
Year
Check
3,
it out. How many houses
in
you shot
August.
now?
Close to 1,000 houses. Yeah.
Yow! And then we got Ricky over there running the board, but he's going to pop in here. So today, it's like me and all my adopted kids going to be on camera, and they get to roast me, and they get to ask me questions.
Yes. So do you want to get right into it?
Sure.
All right. And then I guess we can go like back and forth.
Yeah.
As far as like asking the
Well,
questions.
because like, you know, the young generation mystifies me. You and your TikToks.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I was a bit intimidated intimidated by you when I first saw you.
Because I'm so physically imposing.
Yeah, like your voice was like really like, you know, like you are assertive. And so when I first met you in Nikki's office, I was like, oh, like this guy, he's gonna like really, it is really intimidating. But, you know, whenever I went over to the house the first time when I followed you, shouted you, I was like, whoa, like this totally different guy. And then over the years, it's like like night and day from when my first impression of you, like as far as like, oh, I was scared to go up to him. Like now it's like, and even like when we have new hires, including Ricky, like, oh, like Rick is like, ooh, he's scary. I'm like, dude,
Which
like,
is
just go up
crazy
to
because
him.
I'm like, dude, on my best day, I'm like 4'11".
Oh, it's so hilarious thinking about how, you know, when we talk, you know, normal conversations, if somebody were to look out from the window, and it's like, dude, I'd be like, oh my God, poor guy, he's getting yelled at. It's like, no, like just that's how he talks.
Well, I have that like loud, sort of boisterous kind of. I really have 2 gas pedals, and it goes back to just. Okay, so I'll take the sunglasses off. Should I?
Yeah.
Okay, so I had my hair gimmick done on Monday, and part of the deal is they inject your head full of saline so it doesn't bleed and everything. So it's like I got these gigantic. It takes some of my wrinkles away though, so I'm looking younger and fatter. That's kind of the.
Don't put that out there. Then people are gonna start injecting saline into their head.
Hey, you heard it here first. It's cheap. I wonder if I got plenty of contact lens solution that I don't use anymore. Yeah.
All right, we'll hop right into it.
Yeah. Hit
So
me.
the first question, these are a bit corny, if I do say so myself. So like the first question, what inspired you to start, like doing what you do, basically photography, other than your hunger?
So the craziest part was I kind of backed into it from the technology side. So I've always been a tech nerd, and I've always been very much into. It's weird. I don't play like, you know, you were talking earlier, like you woke up late because you're playing video games or whatever. And I was like the king of video games as a little kid. You know, the days of Atari and shit like that, where the first thing I had was the Atari, where I would put endless hours in. So anything that was tech oriented, I was into. And Ricky's here.
Welcome
What's up?
back.
What's up?
So keeping up on us.
What's up?
Sorry.
Dude, check that out.
I had to join the party.
Okay, so we got
Rick the Pirate over here.
So we got Cruz de la Cruz here.
Oh my gosh, that's actually really funny. And Rick and Ricky.
Yeah.
I'm like the love child of y'all. That sounds crazy.
Can we cut that out?
It's live, buddy. Sorry, there is no cutting
In today's
out.
world, anything could happen.
Yeah. Facts.
You were made in a lab.
Speaking about Atari, yeah, literally. Speaking about Atari, they just declared bankruptcy.
Just now?
Like-
Like 50 years later?
Yeah. At least, I don't know. I saw it on
Missing your
TikTok.
countless hours.
Oh, yeah. So and the thing is, I look back on those games, and like at the time, they were the coolest thing ever, but man, they suck. As far as like for porting an arcade game. Because like, again, do y'all ever go to arcades where you put a quarter in the thing?
There is an arcade right around my house, and you pay like, I think like $8, and you can play all day basically, and you can come in and out like every day, and I love it. I'm the number 2 Pac-Man player there. There's this new kid that went in there and beat my record, but other
Dude,
than that,
you're making me feel good now.
I love arcades.
Wow. So Ricky comes in and he's singing like Tina Turner. It's like I'm back. Yeah, he's singing like these 80s songs.
What's love got to
There you
with
go.
this?
And it's like, I hated that song then, and I hate it now, and it's like, but thank you for reminding me.
Absolutely. I do come in here singing some bangers every once in a while. What was the last time I was singing? I forget what it was. I was killing it.
Dude, it was another one from like when I was in 7th grade.
Yeah.
It was REO Speedwagon. Heard it from a friend.
Heard it from
yeah.
a friend.
My God.
You know,
Shout out Paul Blart.
Sometimes I feel like he's like the second adopted son, and it's like he's way cooler than me, and he gets you more than I do. Because you
What?
ask me questions about like something from the '80s. I'm like, dude, I'm only like 25 years old. Like I don't know these references.
So just out of curiosity,
uncultured.
what do the 80s mean to you? Is this like some of this weird ass thing that just kind of happened that people look at for?
Yeah, honestly, like hairspray era. And then-
Hairspray.
and like
Purple
the-
Aquanet.
the
For
dis-
Yeah.
If
the
you know,
disco.
you know.
Holy crap. I know what that means. That's crazy.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah,
See,
that's
I'm more
crazy.
of a early 2000s and forward. Before that, I have no recollection of anything.
Early 2000s, that's like the most culturally dead era in human history.
I gotta say, it's pretty bad era. Yeah.
I think you really have to try to be like Ricky. Like you have to invest
What?
your time. Not that you're try hard. I didn't
That's
mean-
wild, bro.
I meant like you have to put effort into the pop culture. But because you go with the waves, go with the society, you don't get any of that.
You're gonna end up liking some dumb shit. Although I gotta say, there's like a lot of dumb shit that we liked in the '80s that I look back now and go like, yeah, that is kind of dumb. And then I was watching. There's a movie called Totally Killer, where it's like the Back to the Future meets Friday the 13th thing, where the chick goes back to 1987, and I'm only halfway through. But
Have you seen those movies, Cruz?
No.
no, this is a right now movie. The premise
reboot?
is the premise is it's like if you took Scream and Back to the Future and Friday the 13th and kind of mashed them up. So like I'm about halfway through, and so
What do you mean halfway through? It's a movie, right?
yeah, dude.
Wait, hold on. Can we talk about that? Do you not finish a whole movie in one sitting, Rick?
No way, dude.
Rick, what?
Dude, I will freely admit that the 2000s, the 21st century has destroyed my attention
span.
Like,
Shout out TikTok.
I literally have a meter that it's like if it was a taxi cab. The meter kicks in
Yeah.
and it's like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah.
But I want you to tell the audience how you watch your YouTube videos.
Everything it is a minimum of 1.25 speed.
Oh, yeah. I like doing that with instructional videos, which is probably the videos I shouldn't be doing that with.
Oh,
but
dude.
speed
But that
through.
the beauty is you can just go back and
Yeah.
watch it again. So I watch it twice at 1.25 speed. Whatever.
I think that's actually counterproductive.
I'd have to see the math on that. I'd have to see the studies. But the other thing is, are we on a wide shot? Are we able to
Yeah, we're wide,
Okay,
yeah,
cool,
yeah.
cool. All right, good. See, look there. I'm producing on the fly.
Facts.
But the thing is, you can train your brain to understand stuff going faster. So like Audible is the best because Audible, you can start out at like 1.75 and do that for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And then when you throttle down and go to like 1.5, it sounds normal.
Yeah, I will attest to that because so the other day my son, he loves music. Like that's how he calms down. If he's crying, having a fit, we'll put some music on. He'll calm down.
Jamming the Bad Bunny.
Yeah, he's more of a corridos guy.
Oh,
A what?
Corridos, regional Mexican music.
Oh, all right.
And so I gave him the iPad to hold in his hand, and his thumb was stuck to the screen, and so it was on 2x, so it was fast, and we were laughing, having a good time. I took his thumb off, and it played at normal speed, and it sounded slow. And I'm like,
Oh.
whoa.
Right there. So
Yeah.
like there, that's a field experiment by
That's
accident
true.
that proves my theory.
Yes. But I kind of understand and kind of relate to not having patience, but it's more so for me knowing what comes at the end. So like my wife, I hope she's not watching this. But
Nobody's watching this.
Hopefully she doesn't
Tell
watch
us
the rewatch.
everything that you've ever wanted to
Dirty
say.
Secrets. No, so it's like, well, we'll start watching a show. First episode, great. Second episode, great. Then I can't wait. Like I go on Wikipedia and I'll find the plot. Like I know how it ends, and so I have to act surprised whenever the big reveal at the end.
You fake your
Okay.
reactions.
So
Only if the show is really good. If it's like decent, I'll sit through it. But if it's like really good,
He's got to
need to
spoil
know.
it for himself.
all right, so I will see your Wikipedia cheat and I will raise you a full throttle if I'm kind of interested and I'm like, oh God, that thing is like 3 hours long. I'll go to Wikipedia and just read it.
bruh. Okay, so
I won't even watch any of it.
I think me and Ricky were having this conversation where horror movies, they're easier to watch, or I guess not as scary, if you're watching a recap video on YouTube. So that's what I'll do with horror movies. I'll go. I think the YouTube video is called Horror Movies Explained or something like that. Just like a condensed version.
So okay, so pro tip here: the best one, or my current Man of Recaps. This dude's channel is the bomb. He will take a whole season of fill in the blank genre nerd bullshit show and condense it down into 23 minutes. And then I watched that at 1.25.
Oh my goodness! You still haven't answered the question as far as like
16 minutes.
So, but movies, shows are understandable because they're like 18 hours if you were to watch everything.
Yes.
But you can't sit through an hour and a half long movie.
Theoretically, I could. But man, it's like I lean into the world of distraction, dude. I got the iPad, I got the guitar, I'm just doing stuff. And as soon as there's a dip in whatever action or plot line, I'm out.
You know,
and now
this is going to be crazy because think about it. We're just at the forefront of the peak of social media, and it's like the generations coming next after all of us. They're literally being bred in this area of life where like everything is just so fast paced, and like
forget about it.
Their attention spans are getting destroyed by the age of 2 already. Like
and the fact that like I totally understand. Here's the thing: if I was a parent, but if I was a parent,
it's not that bad.
He's got us too.
I would be the first one to be like, somebody give that kid an iPad.
Yeah, so I feel like a lot of parents. I think I guess the right to talk about parenthood.
I have
I
absolutely.
have a 2-year-old.
I have the right to critique.
You do have to.
Yeah, I have a dog.
Anybody has
I have a
the
cat.
right to critique.
So Zara and Joy.
Yeah, too right.
Yeah, you got them huskies, right?
Yeah.
So it is because sometimes that's the only way to get them to calm down.
Right.
Like me and my wife before we had kids, she was like, "We're not gonna be that parent where it's like, here, shut up."
Yeah, you are.
But now it's like, here, shut up. Because it really is like
you've turned, Cruz. You've turned.
But we do limit it. So after I think it's like 6 p.m. No more, because he's too easily stimulated.
He's got to work.
So we put him to work. We put him to do his
wash
therapy
dishes,
or whatever. Sweep and mop. No, so
cook dinner.
We cut off his.
How soon before he learns Lightroom and edit?
Oh
photos?
my gosh!
As soon as you press the shutter on the camera,
you need to put Lightroom on the iPad. So he's
literally, I bet you he'd pick it up way faster than any of us could. That's a pro, of this technology.
So now you guys are like the young hip content creators and stuff. So like, what do you think about by the time there's like iPhone 27? I mean, I'll be out to pasture and retired and whatever. But for you guys, where now it's like I look at just the AI and just all the augmented stuff that you could do right now. Are y'all like bummed out by that? Are y'all like excited about it?
It depends on how you look at it, because although AI and all that stuff is great, and as of now, like I'm sure you guys have seen, Adobe has this AI that you can integrate into the program for Premiere, where it's like it chops up an entire podcast episode for you that's pre-recorded, as long as like the audio channels are synced or whatever. It'll chop the entire episode up in like a minute and a half, and you have an hour-long episode ready to go out. Now, when we talk about technology, AI, all this coming into play when in the field that we do, which is creative work, there's still that aspect of creativity that I don't think can be fully replicated by AI. So I think that's where we're going to have to learn how to use AI, use these tools to be able to still influence our creativity on it to create what we want to make. But it's not fully replacing, just because of the fact that through our brains and the way that we're wired as creatives, there's still that aspect that we want a certain way, something to look a certain way, and so we still dictate that at the end of the day. Now, sometimes you could obviously we've seen it where you could write a prompt and it'll show you a picture, and that stuff's getting crazy, and I'm excited to see where that's going to play out. But even then, you have to write it out. Yeah. You have to be the one to prompt it.
Yeah. So if I were to put on my old guy hat and look at, okay, what is the skill going to be moving forward? It's going to be who's good at the prompting.
Exactly.
Because you could have the best, large language model or whatever on the earth, but if you don't know how to talk to it to, extract what you
got to know what you want.
Exactly. And because it was just like back in the days of Google. Google sucks now because it's all, rerouted everywhere, and they only show you who pays. But back in the day, it's like, or vast majority, like the best content is usually on like page 7, but nobody goes that far.
I've never gone past 2.
I don't go past the first 3 options.
There you go. But it used to be the more you could dial in and think like a robot and hit that search, dude, you would have so much arcane stuff where you'd be like, where the hell did that come from? But you get good at that. The same thing goes for GPT, because it's like, you guys have seen me sitting over here. I like talking to it. I do the Siri, because Siri on the phone sucks. Let's just go ahead and get that straight, because it seems like every iteration of that thing has gotten worse. I don't know if y'all use it or not.
I'll tell you what, I don't have a problem with Siri, but I mean, shout out my family. They gifted me a brand new iPhone, and on the second week, I had to exchange it because I was having all kinds of issues.
Like
with
a 15?
Yeah, brand new 15 Pro.
Wow.
And I had to return it. So I was like, yeah, I'm not too happy with Apple right now. So yeah, I can imagine. I mean, and yeah, Siri, honestly, I don't think I'm, besides like telling her to set an alarm, I don't really think I've asked her for much. So.
Oh, see, now there's the other thing. So like, I'm going to get you guys addicted to doing everything at 1.5 speed and talk to text. Talk to text.
I've seen you do that, and I'm starting to do that too. I've noticed that. Yeah, you're right. I have used that. The talk to text is great. Yeah.
I can't do it because I don't know. I guess
you forget to sentence midway.
I have an accent, so I guess.
Well, no, that's why I said it sucks. It's a work in progress.
And I don't understand how like advanced like Apple is, and like as far as like on par with like ChatGPT or like AI. Why is it that Siri still sucks? Even Alexa is a little better. Yeah,
Alexa's a little better, probably because there are literally tens of millions of people talking to it every day. And so, because like here, the 3 of us, like 1.15 of us use Siri on the phone. Whereas with Alexa, that's the whole gimmick, and then how many people, now I have like 2 of them and they're still like sitting in the thing.
I have the one you gave me that came with the TVs. I plugged it in and my wife's like, unplug that right now. And I was having fun because like
this is del diablo. That's the devil.
Devil box.
She's like, they're listening to us. I was like, what do we have? Like, we don't.
They're trying to steal your recipe, Mom.
Well, what are they gonna take from? And like, I have that attitude towards like hackers and spyware. It's like, what are you gonna take from me? I don't have any money. I don't have a social security number. Like, what
is that an indictment on studio?
It sounds like he's trying to like excuse himself from the IRS right now. He's like, I don't have any money. I don't know. Don't come after me.
It's more so an attestment to my bad budgeting, terrible spending. Habits. Yeah, it's like, money comes in.
That's the American way, dude.
That's the American dream. And then, partly, I mean,
did you guys hear about that? I mean, what do you think about this, Rick? Speaking on kind of that subject, they had just said that they're going to be moving the retirement age closer to the. So it used to be 60, 70?
65.
Yeah, and then now it's like closer to death. Like,
that would be a toss-up because now I love what I do. And I'm like beyond grateful. And then to have like okay, so now you're the newest member of the squad that's around all the time. But like with Cruz, like shit, dude, 3 years. And it's like I think back, like what you said, like the first time we met in Nikki's office, and then when we were at the old shitbox studio painting the walls in there. Like I have fond memories of the stuff that even sucked. So it's like I really like what we do. Yeah. And I love, like, I mean, look where we're at now. Like, I can't even believe this.
Awesome.
Which is totally true. I definitely understand that aspect where it's like, if you're in a position, that's bad news for the people that don't like doing what they're doing. And that's where I was about a year and a half ago. Yeah.
So like what do you think about that? Like you're in a thing.
So, because when I first heard that, at first I was like, dang, that sucks. But then I was like, wait, but I mean, I'm just taking pictures and shooting stuff. Like, I'll be fine. I'm not too worried about it, I guess. But then I started thinking like, oh, this is really sucks for the people that like are just stuck doing something they don't want to do for 8 hours, 10 hours a day.
That's the trap.
That's where it's like people are getting pissed off. Now, granted, of course, I'm going to get to an age too where it's like holding on a camera is even going to be kind of difficult. But like, it's not going to be nowhere near as bad as somebody that's, cleaning toilets or working on X stuff. It's just...
It's all perspective there.
Yeah.
And then, like, by the time y'all are my age, there'll be, like, robot cameras and shit that you send out to do stuff.
Siri, can you clean my toilet?
Also, I think and it would be a little bit selfish of me. I want only boys, so they can work and take care of me and my wife.
Oh, there you go.
We did have this. I remember you saying that.
like-
Yeah.
So like you're having indentured servants, not kids.
Yes. Yeah.
They don't know that yet, but that's
Yeah.
the plan. And if I have all girls, then I will be working till I'm 70, probably.
Well, you got one boy, so it won't be all girls.
But yeah, I guess. But
So now, how many kids do you want to have?
so the
He wants
plan
an army.
is to have 6.
Holy crap!
So it'd be 8 of us, right? But
Bruh.
we'll see.
So
One-
you're making up for all my.
There you go. I'm
Slacking.
repopulating the world on my own.
Yeah. You can have mine too if you want. You want 8?
8.
Bro.
No,
No, just kidding.
having kids is work, but I feel like once you have a lot of kids, they kind of like take care of themselves. Like the oldest one will take care of the youngest one, and as they all grow up together,
Hey,
it's kinda
Cruz,
like,
you're putting a lot of on this first child. Like,
this is your
I like this. You're a gambler. I like
yeah,
that.
he's
like
putting
it.
he's putting the house on it.
roll of 7, baby.
Yeah. Well, and you know, we all like different things, you know, and for me, my whole thing was, if I had a kid, all I would have done would have been damage, you know? So it was like, now at 19 years sober or whatever, probably do all right. Oh, there's Stuart.
Shout out Stuart.
All right, what up, Stuart?
I'm gonna go open
Yeah, okay,
up.
so now, we'll
All right,
a
it
couple
was great
more-
being on.
Yeah,
you
we'll-
guys enjoy.
Come back in and we'll bring Stuart on for a second too.
So I was gonna ask you.
Oh, yeah.
What you think of? Actually, that ignore it. That train left the station.
Pivot.
Pivot. Boop. All right. So the second, you didn't really answer the first question, but I'll pretend you did.
Okay.
So thank you for the wonderful answer. The second question on here, can you share a defining moment or a challenge that significantly shaped your journey?
That would definitely be getting sober. This last time, where I took that train all the way to the end of the station. So for those of you that have ever been physically addicted to opiates and or alcohol or both, that makes its own gravy. What up, Stuart?
Stu in the house.
How's it going?
What's up?
Just chilling, just ready to get fired up, man.
Is that a little baritone? Oh, Stu's got a little baritone.
Little baritone in my voice.
There we go. All right.
I don't
all
feel
right.
bad for being late anymore.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know you
I
guys
was-
were still doing it this morning. Because
Well, no,
Dwayne was
I
gonna
told
be
Stu
here.
yesterday that Wayne was on his retreat and that we were just going to kind of play it by ear. So this was all just kind of improv so this is Stu, technical director extraordinaire.
Yes, I punch buttons back there. I make the cameras look good.
And
After Cruz makes them look really good.
And then-
Professional button presser.
give us a rolling.
Rolling.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's the real secret.
That needs to be like a call, like a audio button.
Dude, we
And
need
rolling.
I need a high bit rate sample of that rolling.
Yeah, we got to get you a soundboard so you
Yeah.
can. We actually have one back there. Yeah, we just got to, we can put up different tracks. We'll each record our own little tagline. What would
And
yours
so
be?
now, Stuart, you are 25.
Yeah, I'm 25.
Okay, so everybody's 25 except for Ricky is 27, I do believe.
Yeah, and Rick is a pretty young.
Yeah.
You're a young looking 25.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You're two 25-year-olds.
Yeah, I'm 25 twice. Dude, by the time I was 25, my liver was like 65.
I'm right there with you with all the Coke I drink.
Oh, dude, you're killing me with all that sugar.
I was gonna say I haven't had Coke in a while, but I had it yesterday.
Dude, and what about all that McDonald's?
Actually, I haven't had McDonald's.
How many McChickens do you have in a calendar year?
Oh, okay. So let's see.
Let's start with like the average per week, and that might be easier.
At least 100 McChickens in a year.
No shit.
At least.
Wow. Okay.
No.
That is
Yeah, 100 at most. Because
at most.
at most 100.
Well, at least you have a limit. At least.
Yeah, I probably peak at like 40. I don't know.
but
That's
Bro.
that's my so if you guys want to know what my McDonald's order is, a McChicken, double cheeseburger, no onion, no pickles, medium fries.
Just, yeah, let's not get that in there.
Yeah, don't
No
want any
vegetables.
vegetables to mess it
That's
up.
gonna be ridiculous.
medium fries and a large Coke.
Whoa.
Medium fries and a large. That's a pretty classic meal.
So-
Well, yeah, I respect that.
That used to be, and I remember this clearly, and I don't know why I made a mental note. So back in 2019, 2018, it was $6.69. That was the price I paid for that order.
And you don't know why you made that a mental note?
No, I don't know why, but now I think I pay like 10 something.
Oh, easily.
Inflation.
It was like $4
Yeah.
more.
You got to get
Stagflation.
the 2 for, was it 2 for 3 deal or whatever? Or like
I think I'm gonna try that next.
Yeah.
Just so I can save him. I'm gonna ask her for a raise so I can keep up with my McDonald's habits.
It would appear that our actual 10 o'clock show
Our
is
real
here.
guest.
So our FAFO mode is time's up.
think
So
that was
Ricky,
pretty
will
good.
you take us out, sir? Thanks to everyone for hanging.
That's fun.
Now we get to hear the real people.